I want to talk just a bit about this painting right here. It seems that my intrepid camera guy noticed some sort of symbolism in this painting, which is it just passed my last test. It's finished. Okay, only I know that. Any artist who is a working artist knows he's the only one who knows when his work is done. That's why I maintain that my artwork cannot be judged by anybody else. They don't have my heart and soul in their hands like I do. I know when it's done. It is now done. But let me talk a little bit about the symbolism. Pat, the cameraman, believes that this painting is like a self-portrait. It represents the way I am now, the way I see myself now. In this way, part of me is broken. Right there. That big limb blew off in a wind, maybe lightning, something. That's one of the main big trunks. And it blew off. My legs. They're not useful anymore. There is hope, however, in that. You see the leaves, the new fresh leaves sprigging out from the broken place. Whoa, that should happen to these legs. Maybe it won't. But there is life here, plenty of life. The oak tree persists. It's still going. This is a very optimistic oak tree. That thing here could have killed it. It didn't do it. Dead limbs fell off or down the other side there. This is an actual tree I saw one time, by the way. I did not make this one up. Perhaps I embellished it a little bit, but then I do have a license to do that. It's called an artistic license. So the life continues. There's new growth everywhere on the ends of these limbs out here. The trunk is looking sort of old, wrinkled, ravaged somewhat. We're looking here. Old, everything. Look at that. See, that's an old man's arm right there. Used to be muscular and firm. Oh, I vaguely remember that. But the redbud tree, which these pink trees are, is one big one here, a little bitty one right there, and one on the other side. So all around this oak tree is other life, new, fresh life. I see that every day. That's symbolic of my life. I see you. I see my friend David over here. I see other friends that I have. Paulie, Peter, Ralph, everybody. Everybody I know represents life to me that I have had, and I'm still having it. See, this is the good part. The oak has been damaged. I had a motorcycle wreck, which I had polio when I was a young man, which is now the big problem with me. But in spite of that, see, this is the in spite of. There's hope, new growth everywhere, and fresh, brand new growth all around. So it is kind of what life is about here to me. It's a little rocky, but there's nice weeds and things, and this is a sign of spring coming. One of the first things you see in the Texas Hill Country is the redbud trees begin to bloom. Pretty soon there'll be some little scattering of different kinds of flowers around here. I recently did a painting. Was 2 weeks past this. Red buds were gone, but the pink phlox was covering the ground, and I'm certain that there's a philosophical meaning behind every painting that I do. I know there is because I put myself right in there. This is me. This is my life. Yeah, maybe that's a stretch, but once you see it, then I hope you'll look at it that way, because that's the way I look at it. Not before I do the painting, but after. After it's done, I can see, well, yeah, that's myself right there. So, like I said, it is all about me, and it's not all bad to be that way. If I'm happy, you're going to be happy. Some of it's going to rub off. Some will. My wife has had to admit that many times, because she's not really what you might call innately happy. She's not a smiler, like I said, not an easy laugher like you are. And so making her laugh has been one of the major goals of my life. I actually positively, consciously think about that almost every day. Well, I'm going to make her laugh today. I swear to myself. Mostly I get it done, sometimes not. Because not everybody can have a good day every day. But most every day I have, especially the days I come to the studio, which is a mile away from my house, just far enough that you can't smell me, which has been a perpetual complaint of, well, not just her, lots of people find the smell of the studio offensive, but just as many think it's wonderful how it smells. You do, don't you? Well, it smells like oil paint, turpentine, all kinds of deadly chemicals. But you easily see it didn't hurt me. But I just got through doing the bark in here. You can see how old that tree is. Probably 300 years old. Takes a while to get a good assortment of wrinkles. And some are interesting. Trees and people with active faces present you with character. See the character. I enjoy having character, if I do have it. I enjoy that. It's really nice to be, even in a group of strangers, like at our art shows. I've always hated those things. Just the idea of having to be nice for 4 hours. It's very wearying. However, I rather enjoy it now. I enjoy doing these videos. Even though it's a headache for everybody around me. Who cares? I don't care. And I'm allowed to talk that way. I'm allowed to say that. And I don't feel bad about it. At least you know where I stand. So for now, I think that I'll just let that stand as it is. I want you to know how happy I feel about being 85 and 2/3 years old. And I hope I've succeeded. Actually, I hope somebody's listening to this. Could help. It'd help me if I knew you were listening. Anybody. Teenager, old man, I don't care. Maybe there's something in what I say. One is never sure about that, however. So, until next time, maybe I'll be a little more raspy and cranky and everything else next time, who knows. Right now, though, it's good.